All right, look, off work early, about to get in the pool in a little bit. Right now, I'm gonna sweat it out on my channel. We get straight to the content. So listen, recently there was an episode of the Joe Budden Podcast without Joe Buttons type shit. You know what I'm saying? You already know I got the vodka in here, Kettle One, and some Minute Maid shit. You know what I'm saying? Warehouse worker savage type shit, right? So I'm listening to the podcast now. I'm not gonna lie. Normally, when Joe is not on the podcast, it is a very, very weak podcast. So if I'm grading the podcast today, I would say the podcast was like a B-. It wasn't a bad pod, I ain't gonna lie. And my nigga Joe wasn't there, and normally them shits be weak. The shit was not bad, right? You know what is annoying though? Respectfully, listen, I'm a fan of the JBP. If y'all watch some of my other videos, I fuck with Ish. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with other people, but I fuck with Ish. These niggas never know nothing. Like, you bring up topics, not only, alright, so one of the issues, the topics they bring up are so dull because they scared to like challenge themselves, or they feel like they don't want to mess up relationships. I don't know why these niggas are scared to speak their mind and speak on like hard topics or tough topics. But anyway, so I get an example of, so they bring up the Cam Newton and Gilly post, right? Not Cam Newton Gilly post, but like Cam Newton was critiquing Jalen Hurts. I'm not gonna get into the depths of it because I'm going to get into that in a later video when I do a fantasy football video. But like, so Cam Newton and Gilly going back and forth, right? So Imani, if you're a fan of the JPP, Imani is like, he's not always on the pod. He's on the Patreon. He was complaining he wasn't in the magazine. Like, Imani is just like, yo, something about Imani, I don't know what it is. Like, and this is me as a fan. This ain't no personal attack, because like I said, in real, like, Imani probably is a cool dude, but on the podcast, he just come off corny and like unauthentic. Like, I just feel that way. I don't know how y'all feel. Y'all can tell me in the comments. He comes off unauthentic or like a wannabe type nigga. You know what I'm saying? So they bring up the Gilly and Cam Newton shit, right? And Imani, the motherfucker that want to be on more pods, the motherfucker that want to make more money, the motherfucker that want to be in the magazine article, he brings up the topic. He don't even know who is responding to who. He's like, I think Cam Newton came first. No, I think Gilly. Like, nigga, you don't even know what's going on. And shout out to Danny from the Stop. Danny from the Stop, in his latest episode, check out his content. It's solid. He even talks about, like, he shares a clip of Ish and Imani arguing, and Imani like, y'all don't even do research. This nigga Imani today, a podcast where he should have shined if he wanted to be in his bag, could have easily shined. He brought up the topic. This nigga didn't even know who had the first video, who was responding to who. It's always something with Imani, bro. Like I said, he don't seem like a bad dude. He just seemed unauthentic, and it's just always something, bro. He's fucking irritating, bro. So, and then this is my problem when Joe is not on the pod. So on the pod, I don't care what, and like I said, I listen to Danny from the Stop. I don't agree with a lot of shit he say, but I do fuck with him. And Danny from the Stop showed me love on one of my videos. And that video only had like 22 views, and Danny from the Stop showed me love. So I ain't even gonna draw on bull. But like, even when they talk about topics, so you got Parks, you got Mark Lamont Hill, you got Ice, you got Ish, and you got Imani. Like, they're so PG with their takes. Like, they trying to protect relationships. Yo, respectfully, what relationships do you niggas got, bro? I'm not asking for y'all to bash people like how Ice used to bash people on Twitter, and now he's so PC. But like, y'all never, it just comes off so unauthentic, like y'all trying to protect relationships. It's irritating. So they talking about the Gilly and Cam Newton shit, right? And they played a clip of Gilly responding back to Cam Newton, right? Now he's responding back to Cam Newton, right? the elephant in the room that no one talks about, but I got a little ass channel and I could talk about it. And like, even if I had a bigger channel, I'm still gonna say what I want, because a motherfucker gonna have to beat me up or something. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't the toughest guy, but you gonna have to do something to me. But it's like how Gilly is responding to Cam Newton. Yo, I'm sorry. It's two things I got fatigued with. I got Gilly fatigue, and I got Queens Flip morals fatigue. I'm so tired. I know I'm going on a little side quest. Just listen to me. I'm so tired of hearing about Queens Flip's morals on the podcast, bro. Yo, Queens Flip, you not no Uber street nigga, bro. Please stop telling us about your morals. Have morals to be in a calorie deficit, nigga. Lose some fucking weight, bro. You always telling us about this street code shit and this and that. And it's like, yo, respectfully, and like, listen, I got a lot of white friends. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with white people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Queens Flip got random ass white people tatted on him, but he always telling us how, oh man, my morals and my, yo bro, we don't want to hear about your fucking morals no more, bro. Please shut the fuck up with this fake tough guy, fake street shit. We don't, like, most of the male, I can't speak for the females. I'm not a female. Most of the male listeners of the JBP, yo, we don't respect nothing you say when it comes to the street. We don't view you as a street nigga, bro. And I'm not sitting here saying street niggas should be glorified, but like when this nigga talk about morals and shit like that, yo, respectfully, Queens Flip, you gotta shut up, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. And then like, so let me get back to the main topic. So Gilly's coming at Cam Newton. Yo, I'm tired of, like, respectfully, I kind of look at Gilly as a coon. I don't fuck with no content from Barstool Sports, because I don't fuck with Dave Portnoy. If you're not familiar of how Dave Portnoy carries himself, do your research. And I understand, listen, niggas want to get money. Niggas want to do whatever they want to do. I get it. But it's coonery fucking with a guy like Dave Portnoy. And also, as a community, we allowed to say, hey, yo, Gilly, we just tired of you acting like a street nigga and a hood nigga and a thug nigga. Like, I'm not from where Gilly is from, but let's just say I have insight of, yo, in Philly, no one look at Gilly as this crazy ass street nigga that, like, no one ever viewed Gilly like that, bro. No one in Philly ever viewed Gilly as this super tough Philly guy. No, niggas in Philly never looked at Gilly like that. And I'm 40. We never view Gilly like that. Sorry. If you want to say motherfuckers view Beans like that, yeah, they did. Oskino like that, yeah, they did. But Gilly got this uber, so he's getting uber tough. Like, he's just, it's not that he's getting uber tough, but when you a man, especially as a black man, a black American, now listen, we got a lot of toxic shit with us, and we have like black American male culture is like a alpha fucking type of vibe. Gilly talk like this uber alpha. No one ever viewed him like that. And I'm almost 1,000% sure, face to face, Cam Newton, I know Cam Newton wear weird ass hats, tight ass pants, stupid ass clothes. Cam Newton, if y'all not familiar with Cam Newton will probably put the hands of God on Gilly and beat him the fuck up, bro. And I'm not saying Gilly can't hold his hands. Gilly can hold his hands. And he is pretty good at basketball and shit like that. Cam Newton beat the dog shit out of Gilly. So when Gilly like, nigga, you a hating ass nigga. Like, nigga, we don't even look at you as tough, bro. That shit is coonery type shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, this shit's not cool. And I know other niggas on the pod feel that, but they not gonna say that. Now, granted, I know they on a bigger platform and shit like that. They don't want no beef with Gilly and shit like that. But some of y'all, like some of the black entertainers in the like podcast space or the YouTube space, yo, we allowed to say, yo, we got Gilly fatigue, bro. We never thought you was that tough, Gilly. Shut the fuck up, bro. The only nigga you really got tough with like that is Cassidy. And we didn't view Cassidy as a tough guy. We view Cassidy as like a nigga with bars. And niggas in Philly never view Cassidy as a tough guy. They just view him as a nigga with bars. And niggas never view Gilly as a tough guy. But he always got to do that type of shit, bro. It's like, all right, bro. Over Jalen Hurts. Like I said, this is not the video to talk about Jalen Hurts. I'm going to do it on another video. But it's just like, I'm just tired of Gilly's act. Like, it's just like, Gilly and Charleston White don't get along. It's a long story behind that. Do your research. Gilly kind of act like Charleston White. Charleston White be having a lot of coonery with him. And I seen Charleston White do some coonery shit. But Gilly with that extra shit, like, yo, bro, you not even on that type time. So it's fucking annoying. But the worst thing about it is that Amani brought up the topic and he didn't even know. But every time you turn around, somebody on the Joe Budden's podcast, they don't have the full information. Why do you niggas not have the full information? Why? I'm not counting y'all pockets, but you know what I mean? They did an article on nigga Joe Budden. Shout out to Joe Budden's. Yo, you niggas can't even do the research on the shit y'all talking about. I got love for my boy Ish. My boy Ish only know what's going on when it's the WNBA because the nigga's a degenerate gambler. Other than that, he never got full information on the fucking topic. It's always some pseudo information, bro. This shit's fucking irritating type shit, right? So I'm off work early, right? So he's working hard. We got off work early. Shout out to the niggas that stayed at work. I wasn't staying at work. So I'm looking at my YouTube algorithm, right? And it shows me a picture of Shannon Sharpe, right? So if you don't know Shannon Sharpe, he got a lot of shit going on. Do your research. Y'all should know this. If you're watching this video, you should know what all the shit Shannon Sharpe got going on, right? So Shannon Sharpe does this podcast called Nightcat with Ocho Cinco, right? The cover of one of the videos is Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco, and then they got different chicken spots. And it's like, who has the best chicken? Right? That is the cover of the YouTube video, right? Now, if you don't understand where I'm about to go with this not for you. This for the people that understand. Yo, why does this nigga Shannon Sharpe never be in code? He never is in code, bro. He never knows the code. He's just a fuck. Yo, he's always on some buffoonery, coonery. Yo, bro, Shannon Sharpe. Now, granted, as my YouTube grows and I get more likes and subscribe, I'm going to do more videos where I predict shit. I was already predicting that Shannon Sharpe was going to conduct himself as a coon. And like I said, I respect Shannon Sharpe as a football player. That was one of my favorite tight ends growing up, no Diddy. So I fuck with Shannon Sharpe. I even fuck with Shannon Sharpe on like, when he was on Fox Sports. Like, I fuck with like Shannon Sharpe, like energy at one point. Even when he was drinking the cognac and having the wave cap on and the cigar and like being hyped about Bron, like a lot of niggas looked at him like a coon. I didn't look at him like a coon. Like, I thought this shit was funny. Like, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying how I viewed it type shit. But it's always like, he had this comment. I think he was going, no, I don't think I know. He was going back and forth with Cam and Mace. And instead of acknowledging the fact that he was going back with Cam and Mace, he was like, oh, I'm not dealing with none of y'all smaller platforms. My competition is Joe Rogan and Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce. Now, when he said that, you got to be able to read between the lines. Shannon Sharpe was tooting his horn, basically saying, excuse me, I had to burp. Mid-strength, strong as shit. He was basically saying like, yo, you black niggas ain't on my level. Only these white niggas is on my level, right? As soon as a black podcaster or anybody start acting like that, I look at them as a coon. Because Shannon Sharpe, you don't get to your level without cultural relevancy. So you playing out Cam and Mace, I looked at it as coonish. I ain't think nothing about it. He go through what he go through. And it's like, damn, I'm scrolling through my YouTube and I see that cover and they talking about who got the best fried chicken. And it's like, why you not on code, bro? It's 2025. I'm not saying kiss white people ass. I'm not saying nothing. But it's like a certain way that niggas should just carry themselves in public. Like, because a lot of these cultures, not just white people, Asian people, Indian people, they judge us before they know us. So you don't want to be on some extra stupid shit. Debating who got the best fried chicken is stupid shit, bro. And then having that as a cover for your clip is stupid shit, bro. Come on, bro. Like, Shannon Sharpe, I want to be on your side, bro. I want to fuck with you. You just always come off as a country bumpkin coon. I can't fuck with it, bro. I can't. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all might still be fucking with Shannon Sharpe. And this is like, I'm talking to y'all because I'm a regular consumer like y'all. I've been unsubscribed to his shit. I don't fuck with none of it. I don't watch none of it. Like, I wasn't even mad when he got exposed as being a mook. Like, listen, bro, I don't even be tweaking. Listen, Dwight Howard like men. That don't mean that he not a good ass center type shit. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with bull. No Diddy. But like, yeah, it's just, damn, Shannon Sharpe, you can't get out your own way, bro. Just get out your own fucking way. Another thing with what, so, like I said, back to Joe Budden's podcast, though. So it's a cast. No Joe Buttons, no Melissa Ford, right? If you're familiar with my other videos, I be telling y'all, I don't like how this nigga Mark Lamont Hill conduct himself, right? Melissa Ford, respectfully, this all respectfully, this is just me as a consumer. She a trash-ass podcaster. Like, she never has, I don't relate to nothing that Melissa Ford say ever. Not one time. I ain't gonna lie to you, yo. Even if I agree with her, she put it in a way where she just annoying ass John, right? She give off Tracy Ellis Ross vibes, I'm in Paris washing my drawers type vibes. If y'all not familiar with that, I'm gonna break it down. Let's go on the side quest real quick. Tracy Ellis Ross, whether it's on TikTok, whatever. I didn't even know about this, but it's another YouTuber named O'Shea Duke Jackson. He shared it. So Tracy Ellis Ross, right? So Tracy Ellis Ross and Melissa Ford, they got that same type of swag where they like hard face, beautiful body, right? So Tracy Ellis Ross, like, if you look at her in the face, no disrespect, because folks will slay her. She looked like a chihuahua, right? Crazy fat ass though, slim waist, fat ass, all that, right? So like, niggas fuck with Tracy Ellis Ross. Her body crazy, right? Yo, she's putting on a tutorial about how she went to Paris or wherever she was at and only brought 2 pairs of drawers and how she be washing her drawers. Hey, yo, respectfully, big, shut up. Just shut up. Let me get back to the subject. So, Melissa Ford not even there, right? Why is Mark Lamont Hill sneak dissing Melissa Ford, bro? And I'm not even one of these bandwagon Melissa Ford motherfuckers. I'm hard on Melissa Ford, no Diddy. Well, I ain't gonna say no Diddy, because Melissa Ford has a beautiful body. But I'm hard on Melissa Ford, right? She's not there. She's not a good podcaster. Why is Mark Lamont Hill even bringing Melissa Ford up? Mark Lamont Hill, you gotta be careful with these fraternity niggas, bro. Cause I got family in fraternities. I know people in fraternities. These niggas is willing to do things. You gotta, like, this is how I look at it. When niggas join fraternities, these niggas are willing to do things to impress other men. When you want to impress other men, that's kind of gay. I hate to tell y'all, that's kind of gay. So Mark Lamont Hill trolling Melissa Ford, it's just like, yo, bro, she's not here and she's not relevant. Why are you trying to make her the butt of the joke to other niggas to try to fit in? No, Mark Lamont Hill, you still come off like a fucking weirdo, bro. You throwing shots at Melissa Ford, she's not there. I thought that shit was lame as hell, bro. And like the next episode, I don't know when Melissa Ford come back from her movie or whatever the fuck it is. I don't watch Lifetime movies, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, I just don't watch the shit. But whenever she come back, now we gotta deal with that stupid ass shit, bro. Real rat, right? So it's just like, if you're familiar with other content, it's just like Mark Lamont Hill, like, he's trying to get in a space where he relates to, like, I guess he's getting feedback from the rest of the male fan base that don't kiss his ass and don't care about him being educated. So he thinks he's gonna do that by fucking with low-hanging fruit, like Melissa Ford being annoying. Well, we know Melissa Ford is annoying. We already don't want her on the podcast. We already don't understand why Joe Budden's got on the podcast. But nigga, we don't want to hear you taking shots at her, nigga. Because he does this sneaky shit where it's like, he throws shots at her. It's like, oh, that's been my friend for 15 years. Nigga, yo, when I tell you, I'm not saying Mark Lamont Hill irked my soul, but he do little snaky type shit, bro. You know what type of vibe Mark Lamont Hill got? He remind me of the niggas in the neighborhood that be trying to sell you solar panels. Like, yo, bro, you know you annoying. You're doing something annoying. What? Stop. Just let me close my door. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want your fucking solar panels, bro. Like, I don't want them. I don't want them. So, like, that was some of the stuff I wanted to touch on. Amani, oh, man. I just don't know about him. They did touch on talking about Hulk Hogan. And then even how they talking about Hulk Hogan is fucking irritating, because it's like, I don't think none of them was real fans of Hulk Hogan. You talking to a nigga right now, shit, looking at my shirt, I got the Hulk Hogan colors on. Talk about a raccoon. But I grew up a crazy wrestling fan. Niggas that know me, I fuck with wrestling. I don't fuck with that shit no more, but I fuck with Hulk Hogan growing up. These, like, yo, but once Hulk Hogan said nigger this and nigger that, yo, this shit's over with. It's cooked. And you got Queens Flip saying, oh, I don't believe in dissing the dead. Like, yo, bro, ain't nobody dissing the dead. When a controversial figure dies, you gonna hear good shit from one demographic, you gonna hear bad shit from the other demographic. Why Queens Flip always gotta be this non-FBA bull to let you know how he stand on the side of some stupid shit? Even his, like, and I grew up watching Jerry Springer, but even his shit, his ideologies with Jerry Springer, he won't even acknowledge no bad shit with Jerry Springer. Like, yo, Jerry Springer was putting black people in a bad light. He just always cooning. And then he running around with Rod Stewart. Listen, I'm not no cool ass black bull like that. I'm really not. But, like, I'm in the anime, right? So, Queens Flip could have got Goku tatted on him, Vegeta tatted on him, fucking Naruto tatted on him, somebody from One Piece tatted on him, One Punch Man. He didn't do no anime shit. He got actual white people tatted on him. This nigga got Rod Stewart tatted on him, Martha Stewart tatted on him. This nigga, he might as well get Tom Brady tatted on him, bro. And nigga's a wild nigga. But I don't try to judge him too much because he not an FBA nigga. He's Caribbean. But he always act like he with the culture. I don't know no black niggas in real life that got white people tatted on them, bro. I know black niggas that's married to white people. They don't even got they spouse tatted on them, bro. I just, like, I don't know what y'all want to do with that information, but once Queens Flip start talking about these street morals, like, nigga, shut your big ass up. Get some different morals in life, bro. How about that, nigga? Ebody? And see, this is the same thing, like, yo, some people fuck with the Bull Maul when he was on the podcast, and even him and Rory shit, right? I never fuck with Maul. I don't know who fucks with Imani, bro. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments. He just comes off so unauthentic. everything about, I don't know, man. He probably a cool ass dude in real life, but he come off lame as fuck to a nigga like me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. And I ain't even no crazy fly nigga, no cool nigga. He just comes off unauthentic, bro. He's starting to get a vibe where he's always gonna quote unquote say the right thing. You know how, like, if you watch the JBP, Ice is always gonna say the coon thing. Even like, yo, Ice always talking from another side. So let's say we having a topic. You got the black side and you got another side, right? Ice is always gonna say, yeah, but we be doing this, so I understand the others. Like, hey, but sometimes be on code and just shut up, Ice. Cause we know you're not gonna stand up for yourself. I ain't even gonna get personal, but like, Ice, you're not even a nigga to kind of stick up for yourself, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm used to him not sticking up for himself. I know y'all used to it, but it's just like, he be like, it's funny when you see these trolls in real life, and I know some trolls in real life, but Ice was so controversial on Twitter, talking shit. He can't even handle the JBP community talking shit about him. He didn't even want to be called out because he never watched the Cosby Show. He don't know shit about the Cosby Show. As soon as they brought it up, like, Ish, you gotta watch the Cosby Show, you like, I mean, not Ish, Ice. Oh, we already went through this. Like, yo, not the shit talker, not wanting to hear motherfuckers talk shit to him. He just a soft ass black dude, bro. Like I said, outside of him talking about music, I never care what Ice got to say, bro. And respectfully, I don't watch podcasts, but I watch The Wives. If you a dude like me, I'm not saying niggas shouldn't listen to their woman. I'm not on no silly shit like that, right? Because female counterpart type shit. But when you see Ice with his girl look like she run his life. Nigga, we not trying to hear no strong opinions from you, nigga. You not even sticking up for yourself at the crib, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. And no personal shit. I think folks said his baby mom, his girl, whoever she is, she already got 4 kids. Nigga, you already in there doing the stepdaddy. Boy, no strong opinions come from you. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's this last thing I want to touch on before I end this. So, I don't know if y'all familiar, but you know how black people was boycotting Target and shit. And low-key, the Target stock did drop and shit like that. Now, Kai Cenat ended up, he not FBA, so of course he did a brand deal with fucking Target. I'm not gonna get into that right now. So the most recent boycott on TikTok, black Americans and Africans have been beefing. And some African lady is going viral for saying, oh, well, we gonna boycott black Americans. We not gonna have y'all at our, like, we not doing y'all hair, we not accepting y'all at y'all restaurants. All this shit started to pop off on August 1st. Black Americans supposed to be protesting African shit because them niggas just don't respect us. It is what it is. I'm not gonna go on a rant. I am gonna do a full FBA video, not right now, right? So this African lady going crazy on TikTok, right, and on YouTube, right? Hey, yo. I try to be with the black culture all the time, right? But nothing is better when black people say, hey, we boycotting this, and I don't use the shit. Yo, a nigga like me, I don't use African shit for nothing, bro. Even the lady in the video was like, oh, and the African doctors, make sure they don't work on. I never had an African doctor. I never had an African nurse. I never got African braids. I don't eat African food. So I'm encouraging y'all August 1st, turn the fuck up. Because I already don't use they shit. And the nerve of this lady to even try to, like, have an issue with black people or talk in a derogatory way. Like, yo, you flagged your country. My ancestors and y'all ancestors have been fighting for rights in this country forever. The nerve of you not to recognize why you got rights in this country. Are you fucking ridiculous, yo? I've been tired of these African niggas. I ain't gonna lie. I know a couple good ones, but they be on some extra shit. And if you're familiar with the culture of Africa and Africa itself, well, that shit is divided the whole time. But I'm just trying, listen, I'm not all FBA. Joe Budden has been having more FBA type energy. I wish the cast would have touched on that, but they can't. You got Ice up there cooning. You got fucking Queen's Flip. He already nervous that Joe be on some FBA shit. Shout out to my boy Ish. You don't know when he gonna act light skinned. And Parks is just, when they get too blackety black, Parks just in the back. That nigga fucking with the volume or the treble or some shit. But I wish they would have touched on that, but I get it why they didn't touch on that. Hopefully Joe touched on that and just get everybody's perspective, because I feel like that would be a dope conversation. But the podcast would have been doper if they would have had better topics and be willing to say shit. But, you know, sometimes they trying to protect relationships, and I don't know why. Just be authentic. Like, subscribe, turn your notifications on. If you're a fantasy football player, I'm about to do a fantasy football video. I don't even care if that shit get 3 views. If you log into that, I'm about to give you the game. I win money every year. I'm a god at fantasy football. Like, subscribe, turn your notifications on. I'm out of here.